an effort to downsize in weight and upgrade in quality from my current skate camera, the Panasonic HMC150, I decided to purchase the Panasonic HC-X1500 to test out with a few of my lenses. The first test was just featured at the Brooklyn Banks with the Century Optics Xtreme Fisheye, featuring Ben Patrick. I probably shouldn't have tested at the Banks first. It's such a dark area and it wouldn't suit this camera well with the low light. The edit did turn out pretty cool though, mostly thanks to Ben's skating. But the lens still showed signs of chromatic aberration in the corners and the vignette shifting, even with OIS turned off, much like other 4K cameras I've seen tested with the Xtreme, both of which can be reduced with some work in post. I was surprised about how wide the lens was on this camera. I'm seeing all these new bumps and bruises I haven't on my HMC. And I definitely feel like it pushes the Xtreme to its full limit. With one additional spacer, you would start seeing the top of the lens hood. If you're wondering how I adapted it to this camera, it was a fairly simple surgery using an old Panasonic HMC. I had that and some additional spacer rings lying around, so I finally decided to test it out. I plan to make a video in the next few weeks to share how that works, and attempt on the HVX as well. For the next test, I decided to compare the MK1 and the MK2, so I asked Ben to join me back for another session at Mosquito Beach DIY in Long Island City, Queens. Overall, I'm pretty surprised with how these lenses adapted to this camera. I'm pretty impressed with the MK2, with how nicely it fills the frame. The only downside is that it's cropped quite vertically. It doesn't feel too bad with the width, but it's hard to fit all of the skater in the frame without cropping their head. The MK1 was hardest to get in focus. It needed to be pushed out really far, even with the macro filter that required for the MK1 and the MK2 to use on this camera. For some reason, the macro filter was not required for the Xtreme. I'm not sure if it's because the adapter had it pushed so far out. It does sit an additional 20 centimeters or so with the adapter. I don't think I'll be using this setup as it's not quite practical. The weight difference really did make it hard to keep it steady. Granted, I was using a hot shoe handle, which I would not recommend with the Xtreme on this specific setup. Along with this camera's struggle in low light situations, all the additional work in post to adapt these lenses is currently not attractive to me. Also, this camera is just so small to the point where even long lens is somewhat hard to keep it steady. I do love the size factor, and I think I could get used to the long lens, but due to some of the reasons I stated, I don't think I'll be using this camera out long term. For now, I'll keep searching for other 4K cameras to use with these lenses.